On April 15th, 2012, James and a couple of his buddies were walking toward the finish line of the very famous Boston Marathon when a bomb went off. You may remember that day. James and all of his buddies were injured very seriously. 3 of his buddies lost a leg that day. James ended up in the hospital for a very long time, had to go through many different surgeries and a very lengthy rehabilitation. James admitted that he had a very long stretch when he just did not see, he didn't feel that he would ever see or feel anything good ever again in life. He was pretty down in the dumps. And he's not the only person who can ever feel that way. You know, a lot of people died that day at the Boston Marathon, and moving on from the death of someone you love can be a difficult, if not impossible, recovery for anyone. So can moving on from an addiction or trying to beat an addiction. Even if you have the desire to move on from it, it can feel impossible to do, especially when you've bottomed out again. A bad marriage can be difficult to find joy in, never mind one where adultery has happened. Or maybe somebody that you love is going the wrong way in life, and so far nothing you've said, nothing you've done has been able to turn things around. Or maybe you're just, in some way, you're looking for one ray of hope in your life, but it doesn't seem to be coming. But just because you can't see how something is going to happen doesn't mean that it can't. Take James, for example. When James was in the hospital, there was a nurse named Krista who was assigned to care for him, and James started to like Krista. He started to hope that he would spend a little bit more time with her, and he began to look for opportunities to talk with her, and they talked a little bit more, and eventually James started hoping that maybe something good would come from this very bad thing that had happened to him, and eventually Krista hoped the same thing. They got married after James got out of the hospital. Just because you can't see how something is going to happen doesn't mean that it can't. And the same happened for the Israelites. As they were running away from Egypt, the Egyptian army was behind them, and the big body of water was in front of them. They couldn't see a way forward. They couldn't see a way forward in life. So God made one for them. It says this: "Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left." Just because you can't see a way forward in life doesn't mean that God can't make one. And this wouldn't be the last time that God would do such a thing. As Jesus hung on his cross, it didn't seem like much good could happen from that. It looked like God was dying. And then it looked like God was dead. But then Easter morning came. And God gave you the right to walk through life fully expecting that there is nothing in all creation that is going to stop God from moving you forward and winning in the end.
If these messages are a blessing to you and your faith and you want more, we'd love to make it easy for you. You can just click this button right here to get connection to a YouTube subscription. Or if you want these devotions right into your inbox, you can click right here. YouTube here, email here. Email here, YouTube there. Click both these buttons. We'll give you as much Jesus as we can, because we know that Jesus is all that we need.